right, everybody, we are live from the studios. We have, oh my gosh, we've got some massive energy. I want to call this one of the most important runs of 2019, but hey, there's a lot of days left in 2019. I could be way off, but this looks like some really important energy coming up. And if you haven't seen the introductory video that one of our excellent new patrons had suggested, I did that last night. Go check out the main page of the YouTube, National Dream Center YouTube page, and you can catch that explanation of what the DreamBot runs are, what the CIRF reports are trying to do, a little bit about the astrology in there because we have two different zodiacs. And by all means, if this is your first time, subscribe because you don't want to miss any one of these exciting CIRF reports. All right, we have one DreamBot run. This was just conducted. This is our fresh run. Now, before I forget, I did this little arrow here to Melissa, and over at the National Dream Center, where we have discussions about the DreamBot runs, one of the individuals pointed out that if we have a massive amounts of hurricanes this year, one of those names will be Melissa. So that's interesting because Melissa has been in so many of our recent runs. I mean, day after day after day. And if this is your first time seeing the DreamBot run and what it is, go to, again, our page and see the introductory beginner's guide to DreamBot runs. It's a video I just did last night. All right, enough of that. Now, in the red memes, we have perception. Look at this. Glasses helps us see. Spot is a verb. Cinema, or putting something up. I don't want to have to explain all these words. Dream, appearance, seemingly, it's perception, okay? And then in the blue is judgment. Extremely, slight, okay, fine. So it's a small little meme, no problem, but keep in mind that we're kind of all over the place with this judgment. Hint, hint, that's one of the energies coming up. All right, and then the only other thing to note here, and this is probably the biggest one, is the orange arrows is time and initiating. Start, bike, moving along, game, automatically 2019 calendar. And if I would have seen this earlier, I didn't know this until I was kind of rehearsing the CIRF report, but 6 is very important, as you'll see. Take note of that. Hopefully someone will remind me because I'll probably forget, but that 6 is really important in here. All right, let's look at the first day. So this is tomorrow. And as we talked about last time, just to reiterate, this little shaded area, I'm noticing that there are no planets in this section. And this is the north node half of the stellar area around the Earth. So, but everything is coagulating around the south node. And we hypothesized that, hey, your past is going to be an important part of this eclipse coming up. All right. But let's go through the energies here, and let's cage your minds what we're doing here. We're looking for perception and judgment. Okay. All right. So what we have is a conjunction between the moon and Mercury in Sagittarius, tropical Sagittarius. And this is getting us a lot more emotionally sensitive, but very sociable, probably because we're emotionally sensitive, but clouded judgment with strong emotional bonds. That is amazing that those words came up in these search in the DreamBot too. But though the clouded judgment is associated with strong emotional bonds. So the people that are very close to you, you're having a hard time kind of judging. So stop judging. Okay. Don't judge those people that are close to you, that you're in your intimate relationships. But strong intuition and strong psychic ability. That's happening at 11:43 Central Time, this conjunction with Mercury. Now let's move over to the Sun with a sextile to Neptune. Check this out. Ability to read people and situations. Enhanced intuition, a psychic ability, caring and sensitive. It's a spiritual transition. It's a spiritual transit happening just before the eclipse that happens on the next day. So this is a snapshot of tomorrow, which is the 4th of January. And it's big time psychic ability, intuition. Now, while we're here, because I don't want to forget, is that even here with psychic ability, all right, and intuition, what does the sidereal astrology say? We're still back in Sagittarius. It's amazing. So are we supposed to be all fired up in this psychic energy? Well, if we're being true to the sidereal, the answer is yes. And what we want to do here is not be afraid of what we're finding in the intuition. Okay? Not being afraid of this other world. All right? And but we also don't want to run into the biggest downsides of the Sagittarius or the fire energy, which is just kind of haphazard, risk-taking, impulsiveness. That's losing control. That's not what we're looking for in this energy. We're looking for a lack of fear, clear, pushing forward, not avoiding anything. Even put in curiosity in there as well. So very curious about what we're finding. And that is just the beginning of this amazing energy that's coming the next day. All right, I'm going to go back to the Dreambot and remind you what we're looking for. Now we're looking for this time and initiating start 2019 calendar 6. All right, what's that all about? Well, most of you know that there's going to be a partial solar eclipse, but that's not the first one that's going to hit us tomorrow. There's going to be another conjunction. The moon's going to conjunct Saturn first, and this is in Tropical Capricorn. Conjunct at 12:33 p.m., so right around noon. It's adding seriousness to our relationships. Things don't necessarily slow down a lot, but hardships or any hurdles tend to feel a little bit worse than what they really are. And we're in that Capricorn environment, so we kind of have this objective about getting somewhere, and Saturn's there kind of holding us back, or at least putting some hurdles up. So we kind of have to deal with that. But the thing is that these emotions kind of still linger. And this is important because about 7 hours later, 7:28 p.m. Central Time, is the partial solar eclipse. The moon is going to pass in front of the sun. It's not going to be a complete eclipse, but that energy represents a new cycle, new possibilities, new plans. Well, hey, this is a eclipse in Capricorn, and we have these the Saturn, conjunction with Saturn. Meanwhile, throughout all this, so we're questioning the old ways of doing things. We're questioning the old habits, the old behaviors. This is the time to invent the new you. And look at what we have. If you align with sidereal again, what do we have? We've got the Sagittarius. It's go do it. Don't be afraid of the new you. Go do it and plan it out. You've got the benefit of both Capricorn and Sagittarius. The influence is Capricorn. So you get on your journal and you start outlining your goals. If you haven't made your New Year's resolutions, which we all kind of laugh at anyway, this is the time to be creating your to-do list, your goals for this. It's a new moon. So new moon, partial eclipse in Capricorn with Saturn. Look at all your hurdles. You take this sidereal Sagittarius and you go, don't be afraid of what Saturn is presenting you as far as hurdles go. In fact, welcome those in because you're given the energy to pound right through them. Design your plan now and start achieving them. Oh, that number 6. Remember in the Dreambot, what is the number 6? Well, this is happening. This solar eclipse is happening on the 5th, which is Friday, and it's at night. So you're planning it out. You're having your ceremony for the new you. And when are you going to start the new you? On January 6th, the next day, once you wake up. It's beautiful. Dreambot knows, the collective unconscious knows where the energy is and what we need to be doing and aligning with it. So let's take just a breather and we're going to come back and put all this stuff together. Okay, stand by. And we're back. And this is the Instagram, Facebook picture that's going to be up tomorrow for what's the today? Oh my gosh, I had the I had the days of the week wrong. Tomorrow is going to be Friday. The 5th is actually Saturday. Duh. Okay, so but it's going to be mega psychic energy like we talked about. Those couple of there's a conjunction, Mercury and Moon. I won't go over the actual conjunctions, but anyway, this is the psychic energy that should be used with the Sagittarius fire so that you can not be afraid of any of the hurdles that are coming up, of the goal setting that you're going to be doing for the new moon partial eclipse. And so read the future, read what's right for you. This intuition is happening through your emotional complex. So read it, get the insight, get the inspiration. This day is a prep. So Friday, tomorrow, the 4th, is the prep for the new moon, the solar eclipse. All right. And then on the partial solar eclipse, that's Saturday, the 5th, at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And some people say that this energy is lasting 6 months. Some people say it's lasting for the next 9 years. Just get started. That's the whole point. The Capricorn here is because the influence is in the tropical. Get your goals started, get your goals written down, and then use the sidereal fire energy to go do them, starting on the Sunday, the 6th. Okay? All right, that's a wrap. Thanks for being here. Make sure you're subscribing, sharing, and all that stuff. And have yourself an awesome, awesome weekend, complete with a partial solar eclipse, new moon, new you. Go do it. Design it and do it. All right, we'll see you again on Sunday evening. Thanks, everybody.